Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson. This is my cat Tack, and tonight's video is going to be on Game of Thrones Season 7 finale. Now, I loved this episode. It's probably one of my favorite episodes of the entire series, and for the past couple of weeks, I have binged watched the entire series, except for rewatching Season 7, which I'm going to do this week. But I've really liked all the episodes in the season so far. I mean, even though they shortened it up, which I don't like, and next season is going to be 6 episodes, but I heard the episodes are going to be longer. We'll see. But, you know, this season, they rapid fired everything at us. And I love seeing all of our characters that have had all these arcs in different places in the world, you know, across the Narrow Sea and Essos and all across the continent of Westeros. All these characters have had their own storylines going on while, you know, the big threat is coming. And now in this season we get to see everybody come together. And this episode, I love seeing all the major players that had all the major story arcs come together and be in the same scene. That was real exciting for me, and I loved it. And I loved Littlefinger getting what he deserved. He should have died a while ago, in my opinion, even though I like the character and I love, you know, the whole, you know, him being mysterious and you not knowing what his true motives are. But I loved how Sansa Stark just called him out right in the middle of everything, and Arya just taking him out. I mean, it was beautiful. I loved it. And of course, you know, the whole Jon and Daenerys hooking up finally. I was happy for that. You know, I know a lot of people weirded out about them hooking up, you know, knowing that they're family, but that's how Targaryens roll. You know, they've always, you know, kept true to their bloodline by, you know, marrying, you know, brothers and sisters marrying each other. But even though they're, you know, aunt and nephew, I had to think about it for a second, but you know, them hooking up is not out of the realm of, you know, weird in their world. Of course, in our world, it's out of the, you know, it's out of this world. No, we don't put up with that kind of stuff. But in their world, it makes sense for them to hook up. And I was kind of, you know, thrown off by the whole Tyrion, you know, creeping outside the door and looking all worried and full of dread and just like, you know, this isn't right. This shouldn't be happening. I couldn't tell if he didn't want them hooking up because of the future of Westeros, or if he didn't like them hooking up because he is in love with Daenerys, which I think that's the true meaning of behind why he was creeping outside the door and looking all worried about it. But they finally hooked up. I think that they're going to have a kid, and, you know, that's going to be, Jon's going to be sitting on the throne. That's my season 8 prediction. Hopefully not, but I think Daenerys is going to die during childbirth, and that's how the season 8 is going to end. That's my prediction for it. But as far as the end of this season, I love the end of the episode with, you know, the Night King riding the dragon in and blowing fire and finally taking down the wall. I didn't think the wall was going to come down this this late in the season, but I didn't think it was going to happen in Season 7. I thought it was going to happen in Season 8, but I'm glad it happened in this episode because it was beautiful. And seeing the dragon, you know, burning it down with the frost fire or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't ice, you know, it was definitely fire, but I don't know if it was like a combination of heat and cold, but it was beautiful, and I love seeing that. And the wall coming down and the walkers finally making it through into the north. I'm just so excited for Season 8 now. I just wish they would have done 10 episodes like all the other previous seasons, and I'm not even sure why they actually shortened them up. I think it was because they're doing some spin-off stuff. From what I understand, they got 5 spin-off scripts that they're going to work on after Season 8 of Game of Thrones. They're going to continue it with 5 other series. But anyway, that being said, I loved everything. I love Sam, you know, and Bran talking, and finally we get Jon Snow's real name, which is Aegon Targaryen, you know, just like his ancestor. That ruled the land with the 3 dragons. And I don't know if that's having to do with some prophecy, but I'm glad we finally get to know his name now we have to wait till season 8 for everybody else in the show to finally know, and I don't know if that's going to cause some friction between him and Daenerys, but I'm excited about when the news finally gets revealed to the world that he is actually Targaryen and heir to the throne. And that being said, I really love the episode. It's one of my favorites of the entire series. I definitely suggest binge watching the entire series, because this is my third viewing of all the seasons, back to back binge watching them, and this was my favorite viewing because seeing season 7, everybody come together. It was fun to watch season 1 where they first meet, and then as they split apart throughout the series, now you get to see them come all back together, and it's just wonderful. It was my best viewing. And you think Game of Thrones, you don't until you watch the entire series, binge watching it. If you just watch it year to year, you don't know what's going on as much as you think you do. But you might just be a casual viewer. Me, I'm addicted to it, and I love this television series. I think it's the best of all time. But anyway, that being said, guys, what did you think of the episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you mad about seasons being shorter? Let me know in the comments below. And I've had people ask me where to put comments. If you're watching this through YouTube, you can just scroll on down and you'll see a comment section at the bottom of all the other videos. If you're seeing this on Facebook, just post it on the Facebook page. Anyway, thanks guys for all your support, and I've loved watching Game of Thrones. We'll see what I'm going to be doing with Mondays. I might just continue doing my top 10 genres, doing all those lists. But I'm thinking about it. I'm tossing around what I'm going to do. But as soon as Walking Dead starts, I'm going to start doing Walking Dead previews. Doing Walking Dead reviews on Mondays. But anyway, guys, thanks. Like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and remember, the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!